What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another World Scrim VOD review. If you didn't catch my last video, these are the best players in the world scrimming because we got the World Championship this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's actually not at that bad time zone depending on where you are in NA. I think it's 5 a.m. Pacific time that it starts. So if you like Eastern time or like Central time, you're not like chilling, but like you could realistically watch it and not feel terrible. But yeah, this is everybody who is putting in a ton of work because, I mean, you know, whoever wins the World Championship gets a lot of money, gets a lot of TFT fame. I mean, you know, it's a lot of these people, obviously, they've been working the entire set towards this. A lot of people, you know, obviously even longer than the entire set. So these lobbies are a really, really cool way to just watch the best players in the world compete and you know, try out different techs, try out some cool stuff. And what I always find crazy about these lobbies is just the quality of play in them. We watched, you know, last game, a really, really cool idea from Bintum, like really, really good flex play, ended up going bot 4 just because, I mean, the line that he ended up in was not that strong, but, you know, maybe if he hadn't flexed into that cool line, he would have been 8th instead of like the 6th he went. And then we also saw some really cool stuff in the other video, but we're in this video, so let's talk about this. Gold Augment start. Frodan's doing a good job of tabbing around here. We got a Crimson Pact player here with a Gwinsu slammed already for Kasagod here. Kasagod, definitely someone, I don't know, I got my eyes on them. Got a Quick Striker player here. There is a What Doesn't Kill You player here, just kind of like full open, potentially full open in a scrap, we'll see, from Darth Noob, just because, you know, traditionally that was the What Doesn't Kill You line, was scrap here. This guy, has the augment to give you guys a bunch of it's Trundle. It looks like he has 4 Trundles, so it's probably Trundle for the worth the weight, but I guess we'll see for the run of the game because Mr. Frodan doesn't feel like hovering over it for us. But yeah, I mean, this is basically the same lobby as last game, except I'm pretty sure Noel was not in the last lobby. Noel, I believe, signed on to High Rollers now. That's the HR Kevin Parker. That's the org there, which I guess is like a European organization. So cool that there's like some teams moving more into TFT. Yeah, that's another Trundle. So it is Trundle. I'm curious to see what Bintum ends up playing this game. I mean, he's got IE Gwinsu. Could very easily be just like a Bruiser Twitch line. It's just Bruiser Twitch is like a little bit awkward. And okay, wait, he did just check that worth of weight. What was it? Because I didn't see. Because it looked a bit. It's what is it? It's Lux. It is Lux. Okay, but his slams are IE Archangels. I wonder if these are both. I wish he would have checked Academy items. I wonder if IE is an Academy item, and that's why he ended up slamming it with that idea. Also, he's checking the stats. Yeah, he has this really cool, I mean, I guess... Yeah, he is this really cool spreadsheet. Honestly, we could pause a little bit and look at it. That has like some of the scores here, so you can see like how different players are doing in the scrims. Though, no, this is just regionals actually. Okay, never mind. Who asked? I don't really care that much about that because I was gonna say like Marcel is not in Worlds, though I wish he was. But hey, there's always next set. But yeah, okay. Gwinsu IE slammed out here for Bintum. So just angling towards that Twitch line again. I mean, that's what I thought he was angling towards in the first game that we watched. But then he kind of ended up taking a wild pivot into a cool Sorks line. But like I said, ended up being bot 4. We have, wow, a great spot here for Iron Bog. Just not the best from like a win streak perspective. He is going to be super mixed streak here, but the items, I mean, you see this Shojin, Nashers, and then Crown Guard sitting on the front line with Crown Guarded here. I mean, definitely wants to play Dominators from this spot. Ooh, that's a Rennie too for Bintum as well. And then I'd want to check out Chaos's POV here just to see how he's 5 streaking as well here. So, oh, you're so close, Frodan. Please do it. Do it, Frodan. Do it. Click on. I mean, he's gonna wait until after the round probably. But I mean, a great start from Bintum. I feel like Bintum had Bintum had a really strong win streak the other game as well. So Bintum, a very strong win streak player, it seems like, so far on the patch. We saw the Quick Striker player. Ooh, there's Archangels made for the Vladimir. Really, really nice items on Crimson Pact. So feeling pretty good about that. Not really sure where we're going to go for the last item unless we want to make a QSS slam, but that seems a bit crazy. Bintum, you know, now has the Trundle 3, so good for him. Can be pretty pleased about that. And yeah, absolutely stomps that board out of Kasagod here. And Darth Noob still lost streaking down to 61 HP. We'll see when he finally ends up taking win. Oh, and we are on Chaos's board. It's a visionary. Yeah, after Augment, I'm curious to see what we end up. It's a visionary Chem Baron board here. Interesting. We're just gonna grab the Visionary Crest straight up, yeah, and say, actually, can we go back there really quick, Mr. Frodan, just to take a peek at what this board actually looks like? So win striking really hard with just a Visionaries board. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, all he did was hit Morg 2, Singe 2, and I mean, looking at the rest of the board, that was enough for him to 6 streak. That's wild actually that this board. I mean, his slams aren't even like his GSG. I'm kind of shocked at this board win streak. I think, I mean, he dodged Bintum, obviously, and maybe just fought some weaker. I mean, it's crazy to me that this board is 100 streaking in this spot. Though the Visionary +1 is obviously really nice. Getting to 6 Visionary early is not bad at all here. Wow, Chaos went straight level 7, actually. My God. All right, who were we looking at here? This is a 4 scrap board. Oh, this is Bintum's board. Okay, so Bintum ends up taking. Ooh, that's a fun augment selection. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? Climb the ladder. They've buffed this a good bit, and you know the Armor Namar is obviously really, really high value with a super big bruiser board. Even the AD and AP, not bad. So yeah, I was always a climb the ladder enjoyer, which was my mistake. I feel like the augment is so cool in theory, and I think the numbers are just out of balance for a while. Yeah, we have 6 Visionary for Chaos there, level 7. Oh my God. I mean, most people actually this is it. This is the 200 streakers fighting each other. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, 6 Visionary is just so much. Even though there is a Trundle 3, I feel like you got to give it to the 6 Visionary. Yeah, I mean, looks not even close, honestly. Yeah, I mean, Trundle 3 is Trundle 3, but level 7 6 Visionary, it's crazy. KP here got a Manamazayan off of an Orin item. That's pretty sick. And ooh, Iron Bog ended up going for the Golemify. How big is that golem? It looked pretty juicy. Yeah, this is a big golem. Wow. I mean, earlier he was just playing just kind of a generic like Ziggs and friends board. Maybe he held on to a bunch of bruisers because he was probably, I think he was playing like 2 bruisers at the time. So I mean, yeah, maybe he fit in some extra bruisers. Golemified his board. I mean, Frodan, can we click on this golem? Like, look at the size of that thing. It looks so tanky. And I mean, Golemify fantastic in comps like this, in dominators, in snipers. You know, in comps where you need the front line, dominators, snipers, it's kind of because you need like, you know, especially if you play something like 6 snipers, you're really low on front line. But dominators for a different reason. It's just the comp scales really well, right? If you last long enough, you will win. You know, a dominator comp is always going to win a war of attrition because, oh, and we did end up slamming the QSS onto the Vladimir. I don't think it's that crazy. It's attack speed. But yeah, if you let them live long enough, your dominators are always going to pop. Oh yeah, and IE was an Academy item. Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. So yeah, we're gonna play an Academy Lux. I mean, like reroll game, not really reroll because we didn't roll it all for it. But yeah, also Darth Noob. Whoa, it's not a scrap game. He pivoted into Chem Baron. I know Chem Baron is something that people really, really rate highly on this basically final patch of the set. I think people rate it as a little bit too OP, but we'll see here how far Darth Noob can get because he is not the healthiest, and he definitely did not have Chem Baron in that early. Only, I mean, 210 stacks is not horrible here, but I mean, he's basically going to have to get to 300 stacks and bail out unless he, I don't know. I mean, I think there's no way he's getting to 400, and 500 is maybe, I mean, technically not impossible. Any amount of stacks is not impossible if he just wins every fight, but in practical terms, pretty impossible. Crimson Pact player here, who's that? That's Kasagod. Crimson Pact player has 5 Vladimirs, doing not the best in terms of HP, though we are at least going to win this fight against Iron Bog here. And Iron Bog, my I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can even say like Dark Horse. Maybe Dark Horse. I feel like a lot of people don't know Iron Bog, but like Iron Borg, my Dark Horse, definitely a little bit low here. We'll see. Also, Chaos still streaking, by the way. Wait, I wanted to just we were just looking at Chaos's POV. What is the econ situation here? What am I looking at? Chaos is not on a 10 loss. What? I guess this is just spectator mode. Spectator mode. HUD. We're on a 10 win. He's had Chem Baron in here, which is pretty crazy. And he is, I mean, he's going 8 next round with like over 50 gold. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know why the POV, maybe it's just turning everything because we hovered over somebody who was in a Chem Baron loss streak. Like that's a 10 win, but for some reason it makes it look like it's 10 loss. But all right, I mean, yeah, absolutely necessary to roll down here. We are Visionary +1, so we're basically forced to roll down for Pacifically Visionaries in this spot. And yeah, you can see Chaos, you know, not going for any kind of crazy over over creative like pivots or anything like that. We're just gonna roll down for the visionary board. We actually missed pretty hard, and yeah, we lose our loss streak to KP here. Darth Noob's another person I want to check in on here because he's so low. Also, only a couple off for Kasagod there on the Vlad. And Darth Noob did win. Okay, so, I mean, that's good for HP, bad for getting the cash out here. But we're actually not in a bad spot cash out-wise. Ooh, that was Sated Spellweaver, right? This is an Augment, I think. I mean, they've buffed it a bit since, I mean, like, way back in the start of the set. I don't know when the last time they buffed it was. But, I mean, it makes theoretical sense if you're playing around a lot of these units like Smeech, like Camille, who, you know, they're going to cast, you know, Smeech is going to cast, jump back, do a bunch of damage. You know, the shield is going to do a lot of work on him. So I feel like this is in a very similar state to stuff like Health is Wealth. You know, Omnivamp, good on these frontline damage dealers, and so makes sense. But it's the first time I've seen somebody take that in a while, actually. So we're 2 off Camille. We're actually, okay. If you cover up the HP, we're not in a bad spot. Now, the problem is the start of that statement. Also, Noelle doing the cardinal sin of playing a Zeri comp from not a disgusting spot. I have to imagine Noelle is going to bot 4. It's just Zeri. If you don't have the perfect spot for it, you are not happy. Also, we do end up picking up a Gunblade. Kasagod does onto this Vladimir. Really, really nice with these these frontline units, the Watchers, though, we didn't actually find Vlad 3 this late in the game. Not ideal. Darth Noob did take a loss here. Did pick up Rennie. What was that? Okay, that is Rennie 3. Okay. But what about the Smeechster? The Smeechster. Where is he? We are... Ooh. We're 1 off Smeech. Oh, God. Okay, we did hit Camille 3. I mean, if we can find the Smeechster, our spot doesn't look that bad. If we don't find that Smeech unit, I think we're, you know, gearing up for a bot 4. We'll see. I mean, 1 Smeech is all it takes to really turn around. I think our augments are pretty solid there. Looks like the item that we cashed out, he just had it sitting on Rennie. It was one of the tank ones, so not that exciting. But I mean, we did get to Rennie 3, so you know, you won't turn your nose up to some extra frontline units. And yeah, Kasagod here gonna roll down. Ooh, okay, Kasagod finds the Vlad 3. Can we get a 3-star for Darth Noob? I don't see it on the right there. There's a Kali 3 for Tartman. The Quick Striker reroll with the Cooking Pot. Just making a big Akali, which I think way back when we did a VOD review actually of YBY1 doing that strat, and so cool to see it coming back here towards the end of the set. Solid 6 Visionary board from Chaos, which, you know, we're not winning every fight. We're actually losing a decent bit this stage, but I mean, we're so... Oh man, Darth Noob lost to Kasagod there. I kind of wish we could have watched that fight. That's crazy. I mean, just the Vladimir 3, enough to heal up through everything. I think he also just wasn't able to find the 3-star Smeech. I mean, that's really rough. Bintum rolling really deep here, actually, in his 6 scrap board just to look for something, you know, kind of damage oriented. He takes the Last Stand Rumble, if you guys remember. Man, watching TFT is fun. If you guys remember... the Macau Open, this is what the winner of the Macau Open actually used, was a Last Stand Rumble as well. So cool to see that come back as well. Just goes to show, you know, watching TFT, it can pay dividends. You can see cool strats, and I mean, a lot of these strats, like I said, that you know, you gain the knowledge over the course of the set, and then you use it the further that you get. But all right, this scrap board is fighting Iron Bog's board. Iron Bog did not find everything that he wanted. Stuck on 4 Dom. He's got the 2 Form Softer in. What does he have? Does he have a... Yeah, he has a Jace. Okay, so that's not bad. Can we do a quick Iron B check-in here? So yeah, this is our setup for Iron Bog. Jace on the board, which is not bad. Not even Cassio 2, which is a little tragic here. We at least have Mundo 2, and we have this this Blitz doing a lot of the tanking, though we also have this big dummy. We have a lot of frontline. We just need damage here. And then just playing the Ambessa is kind of a random +1 here, instead of playing like a traditional like 4 Black Rose setup. Just, you know, I mean, Ambessa's not a bad unit, especially with all the HP that we have on the big dummy. Every bit of Armor Noir that we can get for our team is really nice. And the shield from stuff like Crown Guard. So makes a decent amount of sense here. All right, Chaos still, once again, not at everything that he would want to be. A lot of players in this lobby just haven't hit everything that they want. You know, Chaos is here kind of stuck on Heimerdinger, you know, pair for now. He can roll down, but he could also just make the call to chill for a round and then, you know, level next round. And it looks like that's what he wants to do. He could just make the Shojin here for another backliner. And yeah, it looks like we're just going to level next round, dig for, you know, Heimerdinger 2 on level 9. I mean, we have enough gold to go for it, and we have the free refreshes, so I certainly think this is pretty reasonable. We fight this Vladimir board again from Kasagod. Kasagod kind of coming back in the standings here. Also found a Mel, which shielding always really, really nice on these units. Tartman actually surprisingly low, but it just took him forever to hit this Akali. Yeah, he's 0, or not Akali, the TF. It took him forever to find TF. Now at least he has the TF itemized. Noel here also maybe could sneak in with the top 4. I'm so... The more that I've watched the Zeri board play, the less impressed I've been. But hey, maybe this can be the spot. I mean, it's a good matchup into the Vladimir, just because Zeri has all of the scaling. So Cascade takes a big loss here, and maybe we can see top 4 for Noel on this board. So yeah, Twitch 2 hit from Noel as well. Ooh, also a lot of stuff hit there onto that. That was KP's board, right? This is yeah, this is Kevin Parker's board. Okay, so hitting a lot of the back line. His front line is a Leona 2. We're stuck on a Lowy pair here. Ugh. I mean, you're happy to hit stuff like Heimer 2 and Corki 2, but yeah, I mean, nobody's happy to be sitting on. Yeah, this is a truly tragic front line. Also, kind of a cool little assortment of units that, like, we're playing the Swain on this board here for the Form Swapper with Jace, and for Sork with Lux is pretty cool. It's also a Guest Conqueror, though that doesn't really matter that much. We got the Mel proc there. Tartman taking another loss. Kasagod living from the Mel. Tartman down to 1 HP. Oh my god, this is a close lobby. And there is another Visionary Spat if someone like Casa wanted it. I mean, it's kind of a Fawn. I don't know what his item situation is. He might just need real items at this point. We'll see. It gets yoinked there, so looks like he did want it, but was not able to take it, so just forced to take a BT. I mean, not the end of the world. A Mel here. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna... It looks like... Yeah, let's go back, actually, really quick to this spot, because yeah, it looks like we're gonna move items over to the Mel here. Wait, this is actually crazy. We're gonna throw like blue buff Manazane on the Mel. I mean, not only are these, you know, solid items onto the Mel, obviously we're playing 5 Academy Heimer, so like Heimer's probably a little bit better in the long term, well, in the super short term, but the idea is if we can get Mel enough cast to save our life, I mean, that can be you know, that can be multiple placements here. I mean, it could be a world where that, you know, living with this versus not living could be like 3 placements or something like that, though we'll see if there's enough time even with those items to go for it. Watching Noel here versus Tartman here, both really, really low players, so we'll see. I'm pretty honestly surprised by how weak Tartman's board seems. Maybe it's an itemization diff. Oh, and Kevin Parker, not enough time to stack up, so -5 there. Yeah, let's go back and look at Tartman's board real quick. I mean, it just kind of looks like his TF has no damage. His Akali items are also, yeah, I mean, his items are just supremely awkward, right? I mean, Akali, I mean, these items are okay. Both items are okay, but like, we're also in a really awkward spot economically, right? We lost a bunch of HP. So yeah, I mean, just a hard spot to play out. Like, this board's not necessarily horrible. It's just awkward items, awkward kind of like HP total. And the Zeri board, of all things, ends up actually beating it. So a little Zeri Surgence here. And so yeah, that's KP and Tartman down. Kasagod still hanging on at 1 HP, but yeah, Noel might actually top 4. With the Zeri board, a lot of doubters out there. All right, Visionary board. So yeah, we made it to level 9 there. Did find what we're looking for. Also, you can see, obviously, we do have a Caitlyn 2 on that board, which I think is what Frodan's highlighting there, which, you know, never bad to have a 2-star 5 cost on your board. Bintum's scrap board, 7 streaking here, by the way. Holy, just maybe the power of the last stand rumble. Okay, maybe not, but I mean, could be something. We do end up taking a win there. I mean, 6 scrap doing insane work. Cascade goes down. Noel loses, but doesn't die. Top 4 for Noel. I mean, you take those. You absolutely take those when you're playing this the Zeri comp. It's certainly a top 4 farming type comp. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. Bintum here still just clearing the lobby. We'll see if he just straight up wins out. He had oh, he has another Anomaly here actually. Oh wait, and am I crazy? I really thought he I thought he did last stand. I think he did last stand Rumble, and then he has another Anomaly, so he also has last stand onto the Echo. Oh, wait, that's pretty sick here. Titans goes on over to the Echo. Wait, I actually want to watch this, because he was the person who last stand in his Rumble, right? It was the scrap player. I thought it for sure was Bintum. Yeah, okay, he does have last stand there. And so he's got a double last stand here just to have 1,000,000% frontline. Wow, I mean, that Echo did so much work. It actually is end up being a loss here to Iron. Wait. There's no way. There's no way Iron Bog is going to clear the lobby again. But I mean, his board cap's so high. He is even looking for the cap of potentially a Blitzcrank 3. Oh my god. Also, Noel ended up moving some Caitlyn items around. Has blue buff, i.e. Shojin. Not bad at all, though. Can we beat Mr. Iron Bog here? We'll see. I mean, it's just so tanky with the dummies. But I mean, both of these boards scale up, right? Yeah, okay. It is a win for Noel. Wow. Wait, Noel could actually top 3. Top 2 seems scary, but I mean, you know, maybe even top 2 this game. That is the Blitz 3. Huge here for Iron Bog. If we had that last fight, we probably would have beaten Noel. That was a relatively close fight. Wow, this board is just infinite frontline from Iron Bog. The big dummy, the Blitzcrank, the everything, man. Oh my goodness. Is it enough though? You do still need damage. Yep, kill off Chaos here. Noel, oh, just barely a 4th. I mean, that's tragic after everything. And there's a Firelight spat on Carousel, which would have been so nice. Iron Bog taking this tier here. All right. Ooh, that is a 2-star Jace on the Iron Bog side, and then 2-star Rumble is really big for Bintum. I don't know. I'm ready to call it, man. This Iron Bog guy might be the real deal. I am very scared actually of Iron Bog going into the World Championship. I mean, obviously NA is gonna win, but Iron Bog could keep it to a close second. We'll see here. But I mean, we'll see in this lobby. Bintum, the double last stand tech is so cool. Is it enough to get through Iron Bog? Oh my god, it looks like it's not. I think it's gonna be the 1-1 from Iron Bog. If you guys didn't watch the last video, I mean, spoilers, but he ended up winning the last lobby with a really cool augment idea. And I mean, I think we have another cool augment idea. Golemify into Dominators is not bad. We're also backlining the Elise because who needs more frontline in this spot, right? It's a smart idea to just say, yeah, like we're good on frontline. So why would we care about this? And I think this is another Anomaly idea. Pretty interesting from Bintum here, but it's actually, oh my god, wait a minute, we have a game here. Oh my god, Iron Bog ends up losing that fight. Bintum takes the dub here. Just better positioning, making sure that Rumble stayed alive and got big ults off was huge there, it looked like. Also, we had the Victor last fight, so I'm pretty sure it's not like a Victor diff or anything like that, but all right, I mean, I think it's going to come down to just positioning at the end here. I don't think there are much upgrades left to find either side. I mean, ooh, never mind. That is a big difference, and that might be... Oh, but Bintum, look at the top there. Oh my god, what an end to the game. If you guys didn't see it, you are about to see it. Look at that. That is an Echo 3 with last stand on it with the another Anomaly, and I think that is not going to be enough for Iron Bog. I mean... There's no way to beat that from Iron Bog, and it's the dub from Bintum. What a game! Oh my god! Once again, we can just go back and look at the final 2 boards right here. The scrap board with the Echo 3. Bintum was playing 2 Echoes earlier, so it's actually like relatively easy, especially on level 10, to get to the Echo 3 from there. And then Iron Bog found the Mordekaiser 2, but just barely too late. What a game! What a game! These lobbies are so fun to watch. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy, all my links down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks always for watching.